years, the city has been talking about rezoning. Okay? So what do we know about rezoning? How important is rezoning? Right? Who's been here to a city council meeting? JP? Shanna? Nobody? City council decides what's going on in the city of Edmonton. City council decides what they're doing with each and one of your properties. So why are we not listening to city council? Why are we not involved with city council? What are we doing? You know, we're investing all this money. We want to buy all these properties, and we have no idea really what city council wants you to do with those properties. So 5 years ago, they came up and said, we need to change the zoning. Zoning has been now, since 1962, not changed, right, in the city of Edmonton. So, they put in some new bylaws in 2024. So with the new bylaws, oh, who has been to city council? Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Right? So the city council is saying we haven't changed our bylaws for over 60 years. Okay? And we need to change things. We're getting bigger. More people are moving in here, right? What are we going to do? How are we going to do this? How is this going to affect you? How is this going to affect your properties, your tenants? How is this all happening? You know, all of a sudden, it seems like the last 6 months, it comes out in the news, it's like, oh, we're changing all this, and this is coming, and that is coming. Everybody gets confused. Everybody gets angry. Everybody gets excited, right? And we still didn't go to city council. We still didn't do our homework. Well, maybe some of you guys did your homework, right? From, okay, what is happening in the city? So what direction is the city council going, and why? City council wants to make this city a 15-minute city. Who knows what a 15-minute city is? Okay, so about 10% of you guys know what a 15-minute city is. A 15-minute city is where basically they want you to walk to your grocery store, and they want you to bike to work. Who's been here to Paris? Couple people. Let me tell you how Paris works. Paris is all chopped up in blocks, and each little block has its own meat store, grocery store, flower store, clothing store, and all these people that live in this block, they all shop in that little area. That is where the city wants to go. So you're thinking, it's like, oh yeah, it's -40 outside, you know, am I really going to walk, you know, to my grocery store? Am I really going to walk to this and that? Yes, you are, because this is what the city wants to do. This is in 10, 15 years, this is what they're going to promote. Okay? So, a bike-friendly city. I'm from Holland. Anybody been to Holland? How many bikes are in Holland? A lot. There's more bikes than people in Holland. We have our own little lanes. We have our own little lanes. We have our own little traffic lights. We have like all of that. And then you have the cars. You know, the cars, there are not nearly as enough cars as there are bikes. And we bike everywhere. I was growing up, I was 5 years old. Off to the bike, off you go. This is what the city wants. And how much money is the city gonna spend on doing this? What did we hear last year? $100 million. So the city is going to spend $100 million of our dollars into bike lanes. I drive a big truck. I don't always see all the bikes, right? But they're going to change it. They're going to do it. They're putting aside $100 million. Okay? Something to consider. So, opportunity for all people to live wherever they want to. Okay? Because at the end, city council say all the old bylaws is very, oh, I got it right up there. You can hear me now? So city council is really saying from, you know what? All these old bylaws, they're racist. All these old bylaws are not fair to all these people, that can't afford to live in Old Glenora or in Grosvenor or all over the city. So what are we going to do? We're going to make sure that everybody can live anywhere in this city, and it doesn't matter where it is. So yes, the people from Old Glenora, those are the ones that are standing up in the last couple of days. It's like, we don't want this. We don't want a fourplex with 4 legal suites all of a sudden have 8 families living right beside us. You're guys laughing, but it's true. They just passed it. They say, yes, go right ahead. So we're going to open up commercial within residential zoning. So when I talk about the 15-minute city, this is exactly what's going to happen. You will get a grocery store within 15 minutes of your house where you can walk and do groceries. They will do it. They will let me do it, and they'll let my friends do it. That's what's coming. No more funding for infrastructure, school, buses, parks, etc. So we don't want to expand further out. They've been talking about it for a long time. Over 10 years, they've been saying, we don't have the money anymore. We can't afford the infrastructure. We can't afford the extra schooling. We can't afford to go further out, and do more. Land sales around the city of Edmonton have slowed down because the city is not so easy to approve land development further out than where we are right now. They want everybody to come back. Everybody. Because really at the end, it's the home builders and the developers that are paying for all the upgrades for water, for gas, for sewer, everything within the city. The city is not paying for it anymore. The developers are paying for it. So no money out of their pockets anymore. They're going to be saving hundreds and hundreds of $millions by not going out anymore, any further. So, what are you going to do to capitalize on this? What are you going to do? Because business is not like it was yesterday. Business is going to change. Okay? So this is a conversation you're going to have with your computer, because you're going to go home, you're going to Google, and you're going to look at what the new bylaws are. I'm not going to tell you what the new bylaws are, right? That is something I could tell you right now you're going to forget, and you're going, okay, yeah, he did a nice story about some bylaws, but I'm going on with my life. You got to go home. You got to find out what are these new bylaws and how am I going to capitalize on this? Because the city is going that direction. The city is going to our 15-minute city. First, we need to know what changes are coming. So basically, all the zoning that was RF1 to RF4, what is huge, is all getting into one. Everything. So that means your 10.5 meters, your 8.7 meters, what it was before, it became 10.5 meters. Now all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my gosh, 10.5 meters. That is like so high. It's going to block the sun. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. City council is not stupid either, right? City council is like, hey, you know what? We're going to tell everybody, we're going to do this, 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 and this, and this. And everybody is going to go, oh, we're not like this. We don't like that. And that's exactly what happened. So what does city council do? It's like, okay, well, you know what? We're not going 10 meters. We're going we're not going 10.5 meters. We're just going to go 10 meters. So they addressed all the people that were so against building a 3-story. You could have built a 3-story already anyway, but it took a little longer, to go through the whole process. Setbacks, side setbacks, front setbacks, stuff most of you guys like, okay, yeah, some of you guys might know this, that, everything else. You got to go through the community process, this, that, everything else, all gone. All gone. Everything gone. City says, yes, go ahead. You can build pretty much, still at 45% of your lot size. Go ahead and build whatever you want. We had 125 land uses in the city of Edmonton. And it was so complicated and it was so hard to try to find out. It's like, okay, what is this land use? What is that land use? That the city says, hey, we're going to compact everything together and we're only going to make 52 land uses out of it. So it is easier for people to come in, for developers, for home builders, for investors like yourself, to go in and like, okay, we have now more opportunity to build something different, something cool, something we haven't seen here in Edmonton. And all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, yes, we can do something different. Mature neighborhood overlay, gone. Yay. So anybody knows what a mature neighborhood overlay is? It's 700 pages. It was 700 pages that restricted me to build what I wanted to build. They controlled what I wanted to build. They were holding me back. It's like, nope, you go to a mature neighborhood. So you're going to Glenora, you're going to Crestwood, you're going to all the nice neighborhoods. And all of a sudden, because it's mature, I cannot do this. 700 pages of it. They threw it away. It is gone. All of a sudden, the sky is the limit. New zoning for mixed commercial and industrial. So they put it into 4 specific areas where it is residential, it's mixed, it's commercial, and industrial. So those are your 4 major zonings that are now in the city of Edmonton. Thinking outside the box. This is it. You guys are investors. Where are you going to put your money? What are you going to do different? Right? You got to think outside the box. I'd love to build what they do in Paris. They build they do it 5, 6, 7 stories high there. There is beautiful coffee shops at the bottom. There is linen, there is clothing, flower shops, like everything else at the bottom. Everybody else lives on top, right? 10 meters high we can go. They don't care about the neighbors anymore. It's not about the sunlight. The neighbors can build exactly the same thing that you're building. Who's going to go first? Who's going to do what? City will be open for new ideas. I've talked to them. If you can think something different, they will be behind you. They want to see something different. They want people to come out and it's like, okay, how can I support this 15-minute city? How can we do things different? The city will let you, and it's absolutely amazing. Glenora, friend of mine, buys a corner lot. Smart guy. Takes the house, old house, puts in a nice basement suite. It's like, okay, great. Now he has a duplex, really, right? You got your upstairs and you got downstairs. It's like, hey, you know what? I want to do a garage suite. Let's do a garage suite. He does a garage suite. And what does he put underneath the garage suite? A garden suite. So now you have 2 legal basement suites, a garage suite, and a house on a corner lot in Glenora. Neighbors are pissed. Pissed. You still can drive your car right into the garage. It's all legal. It's all done. But this is outside the box thinking, right? The neighbors all thought is like, oh, he picks this up for, $550,000. He knocks it down. He builds a nice big house. Uh-uh. He was thinking. He was thinking outside the box. Neighbors don't like it. Nothing they can say. So go out there, think outside the box. A lot of homework for you to do. There is a brand new city out there. That's me.